delivery addresses and
So this is our pods. These are essentially the fixed drop points all across a city. Say for example, if I'm working with Lenskart right now, Lenskart will give me the load in the morning. I'll do the sorting based on all the drop points. So for example, if you are living in sector 50 in Gurgaon, that's my nearest drop point to sector 50. I'll fly directly from Lenskart warehouse to this pod location, and then from this pod location, my walker will get it delivered to your customer.
how the package is quantity?
Package, the quantity of a package, that depends on what type of shipment are you sending. Say for example, I am sending a shipment for Lenskart. They have a very standardized packet, so I can send roughly around 35 to 40 packets in one, and I do multiple flights for them.
My package is the couriers and
We do it for Shri Maruti. Actually, Shri Maruti is one of my clients.
and
if you can give
हाय तो रमेश सर जहाँ पहले 10 मिनट को मिलेगा 10 ऐसे इस खेल में आदत लगे कि आपकी
that does the action. Like with mid-market, to be honest, like currently it's at about 30K.
Certificate in Machine Learning and Generative AI, PGDM Marketing and Innovation, or PGDM Business Management.
सुनने में अच्छा लग रहा है PGDM बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट कितना लंबा कोर्स है
हमारे टॉप कोर्सेज हैं Certificate in Machine Learning and Generative AI, PGDM Marketing and Innovation, और PGDM Business Management.
अच्छा लग रहा है PGDM बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट कितना लंबा कोर्स है
दूसरा हो गया स्टोरी देता भैया और मेरे इस पेज की वजह से और मेरे पैसे You can't look at a video that line. The last one I did to read. And other guys are small. They're all small investors. Thanks to small. They can't be more than that. Anyway, I don't know. I'll come back tomorrow again. Yeah, I'm trying. Let me see. I've got 2-3 names, but I haven't got anything yet. We'll see. Yeah, so he's the MD. Rajan is here. Try to get it. Tomorrow I'll tell Jitinder to know. I'll come tomorrow again from. I've got to be Vinamall tomorrow again. Hospital. Let's see. Tomorrow I'll see. I don't know. Yes, I. Who's doing it? Send me a WhatsApp. ये भारत ऑफिस
कहाँ जाना है आपको?
ऑफिस ऑफिस
यहाँ प्लेनरी हॉल्स और ऑडी 1 और ऑडी 2 है, आपको मिलना किससे?
Remember that success is not measured solely by profit margins or market share. It is measured by the lives you touch and the communities you uplift and the legacy you leave behind. In closing, let us embrace the spirit of innovation, collaboration, and inclusivity that defines our nation's entrepreneurial landscape. Nykaa began with a dream to enable consumers to step into the spotlight of their lives. Let us dare to dream and dare to disrupt and dare to make a difference, for it is in this daring that we find our truest selves and unlock the limitless potential of our collective imagination. With that, I want to once again thank all of the organizers of this event, a fantastic event as I would call it, that has allowed all of the businesses as well as startup entrepreneurs to come together to envision what the future is going to look like in our country that is really on a path to really greater glory as I see it. With that, I just want to thank all of you to being in the audience today and look forward to seeing you all outside. Thank you.
We're on stage. So I want to ask both of you, there are lots of very young founders here who are just starting their journey. So my first question is, how many visiting cards did both of you have to give to potential investors, success stories? किस किस को कार्ड बांटे थे आप लोगों ने? और उसका कोई फायदा हुआ? पीयूष.
Okay, so in my case, this is my second startup, and my first startup was also funded by Excel Partners. So when I sold that to Flipkart, moved out of it, and decided to start my second startup, I already had Excel Partners backing me up. So to that extent, in Bluestone specifically, life had been easier. Relatively speaking, in the first one, and that was back in 2006, 2007, and at that time there were only 10 VCs. So yeah, 10 people.
और जवाब दिया? Did anybody respond when you gave them your questions?
I think those VCs were also kind of discovering what to do, etc. in India. If you in 2002, by till 2002 there were no VCs. 2005, 2006, I think some of the early ones, Excel, Nexus, Sequoia, etc. They had set up a shop, but everything was very small. There was just feature phones. There were no smartphones. In fact, I remember internet usage used to peak during the lunch times. Because all the IT engineers, they would actually, in those lunch times, they were allowed to browse internet. So that was the nature. It had still not become mainstream. I think there were lots.
I used to print the visiting cards and they used to go back. And eventually I had to throw them all away because visiting cards became not popular anymore. But I got an interesting one right now, which is interesting. It says founder and it is engraved. So it's very interesting.
So innovation.
Yeah, but what is interesting about the visiting card is that you can see the energy, right? Everybody is trying to slip their visiting card to someone because they are really trying hard to go to the next stage, and I think that is the relevance of visiting card. So whether somebody calls back or not, I think one call is good enough. Everybody doesn't need to call back, but one should not stop trying, right?
So to all the founders here, Piyush Bansal is telling us that we should keep giving our visiting cards to everyone. You're going to get a lot of yeah. So to come to the point of this panel about building brands for India, everybody wants to know, how does one make it in Shark Tank?
Firstly, you need to be lucky. Because you need nothing works without luck, you should know, right? You can be smart, but 20% is always luck, 80% is hard work. And you need to ensure that I am on the panel that day. So, so I've grown up watching Shark Tank, right? And that's how this whole episode of Shark Tank in India got me excited. I think to a lot of people, I think, how do you get investment in Shark Tank? If I knew, I would have gotten it already. But I think if you can articulate the problem that you are solving and the solution really well, and you know your business really well in terms of the economics, and third, you are humble enough to be able to listen, and you are vulnerable on the show where while you have an answer for everything, you also don't have an answer to everything. You know what I mean? Like you should be willing to, it should come across that you're coachable. Because you have come to Shark Tank not for money, you have come to Shark Tank to someone to help you. But if you're demonstrating there that you cannot be helped, then there's no point. I think if you can do these 2-3 things, it will probably increase your probability of getting money at Shark Tank. But I also want you to know that raising money on Shark Tank is not the success metric for companies. There are many companies who do not raise money on Shark Tank that do very well and vice versa. But yeah, I think anybody who's investing there is investing in 30-40 minutes, and there is very little that they can know about the business financials. So they're only betting on the person, and what they want to understand is that, does this person, founder, know the problem? Do they look on top of things? And are they coachable? Are they willing to listen? That's it. It's not that tough.
Okay, final question. We're almost out of time. What areas in consumer you think founders should look at right now, exciting to build? Gaurav, to you first.
I think across categories, people can go much deeper into the categories. So multiple things are happening. So people have a lot more disposable income. They want better quality of life, and hence they'll become a lot more nuanced about the kind of products that they are willing to buy. Right. So there was time when it was just snacks, then became healthy snacks, then became, let's say, within healthy specifically for diabetes or some such thing. So you can look at any category, you can go a lot more nuanced in that, and then come up with products which actually do a far better job, let's say for 1/100th of the people, while ignoring the rest 99. So you don't necessarily need to create a mass brand or a mass product. You can create a very niche product, and then you can reach out to a target audience. I think that slicing and dicing of a lot of categories, that micro targeting, not the marketing micro targeting, but I'm saying product wise micro targeting of consumers can be done. I think there can be huge opportunities in that also.
Piyush, any areas that you're excited about?
Many, right? I think India is a very interesting phase. There are a lot of big problems that are still unsolved. Like, and if we take parallel, just look at medical ecosystem as this thing. Last 2 years I have been to hospital a few times. Someone or the other in the family was unwell, but that whole process looks like, non-transparent in some ways. And we have seen this happen in travel. You've seen this happen in eyewear. So I kind of feel that why can't somebody just give comfort to somebody about that this is an honest, transparent experience, and we will charge a certain amount of margin, give a great service, and it's not easy, of course, but technology, I think, and talent put behind it can solve. So I think medical overall, there are a lot of problems unsolved. I think pharma is a bigger problem. Like people yesterday in the news, there was like cancer medicines are fake. Like I don't know if there is somebody who's built that. So I think pharma is I think sports is very interesting in India because lifestyle, as people are getting more disposable income. I've seen in COVID now there are people cycling, running a lot more. You didn't used to see these sports. So I think there's a lot of opportunity in sports to bring this athletics. Like whether, I again would say Goldman Sachs will not need to come and tell you that in India there'll be Olympics, right? There'll be athletics. We will also get there. So we can, people will venture. So there is a lot of opportunity, I think, in sports also. Yeah, and I think the other area where there's a lot of opportunities, I think for the first time, people are becoming important to organizations like they had never before. Because in India, organization building to the next scale is only happening now. And people are beginning, earlier the businesses were only, they used to care about land, roti, kapda, makan, that's it. They didn't used to care about people so much. Organizations that cared about people actually became really big. So now people are becoming important, intangibles are becoming important. So if one is building services which allow organization to solve people problems, largely HR related, I think there's a lot of opportunity in India. Every startup here, I'm pretty sure, is struggling with hiring. Right? Absolutely. Every startup I know is struggling with hiring. Every startup is struggling on how to hire the right talent. Every startup and you go to any large company in India, pick the size, they're also struggling with the same problem. The scale is different. So there's a lot of problems, and I think there'll be a lot of work that will happen in this area.
So thank you to Piyush and Gaurav. I think it's been a great panel. I hope there's been a lot of takeaways for the audience here. Oh my God. I know, but I think we don't have Q&A. I'm really sorry. बुलंद आवाज है.
Rohit, I run a startup named as Yuva. It's a high school internship platform based at Indore. We have crossed 250 schools and 1.5 lakh users. I know your every answer would be around key. You want to know your user so that maybe in the part of omni-channel or in the part of retention or anything. But the question around for EdTech is that edtech का नाम बहुत ज़्यादा खराब होते जा रहा है चीज़ों में, and maybe when you focus on generating revenue part तो speed slow रहती है. When you raise fund, we have raised a pre-seed of 2 crore also. When you put that money, फिर वो burn होने लगता है. So how to manage that part first in this specifically edtech. Second is कि whether omni-channel is the part for the edtech. It should be, do people think or you think that digital will work because you have served that. So only 2 questions. Rest.
Only 2 questions.
I have a part also.
There was not even supposed to be 1
And
question.
we wanted to collaborate with you in the part of task-based internship. So your marketing team is not responding. Please tell
मतलब एक कंप्लेन भी है. No, yeah, I should not get out of line. So,
You use so many buzzwords, right? EdTech and omni-channel. So I only heard that. I didn't hear anything else, to be
There was
honest.
a
I would
complaint
advise
also.
you to stop using these terms. Just tell, and I don't think any EdTech or FinTech is bad. Businesses are good. Good businesses are good businesses. Okay. Good markets, bad markets, good terms, bad term doesn't matter. Right? So, you know, you use these terms, stop using them so that people can listen to what you have to say. Right?
And no, so but the point is that right now when the market is bad, then you will have peace of mind to actually build the business the right way. When the market is flooded with capital, then you are actually forced. Even if you don't want, you are forced to do things that you should not be doing fundamentally. So this is good for you.
all right. Thank you everyone.
A heartfelt appreciation to the panelists for such an engaging panel, and I think that's undoubtedly elevated our understanding of building consumer companies in India.
Piyush, for sure.
I request you all to please return to your seats.
Ago.